So anyways, the football costs $400, right? The first year Anthony played football was like $135. We paid it all. He paid us some back. They said they were gonna give me money for, like, because Lynn was alive then, right? They said they were gonna give me money for his cleats and his gloves and the other shit that he wanted. Okay. I never seen a penny. I didn't care. I didn't bring it up. I don't care. You know what I mean? Every year since then, the football's gone up. When he was in middle school, it was $300 every year, right? Right. Last year, in 9th grade, it was $400. He paid half, right? He gave Terry like $100 extra 1 month, and then $100 extra in August to pay for it in August, right? Now that he's living with, you know who, she didn't have to pay for her kid because she's on disability, right? And they're low income, which is fine. She has real medical issues that make her not work. He has I'm fucking lazy and I say the right things issues, so I don't have to work, which is bullshit. Then I don't know who told him to do it, right? So Terry's like, listen, you've known for a year that this is coming. The one thing that you have to pay extra a year outside of Christmas presents and birthday presents, which you never give on Christmas anyway, hardly ever. Like, it's always like, oh, Anthony gets his for Christmas, Gavin, you gotta wait till January's money. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's been, they're used to it, whatever. But outside of that shit, this is the one thing. And she's like, save $10, $20 a month out of your check because you know this is coming, right? No, never does it. So he emailed the athletic director, and I don't know what he said to him, but it was like, oh, we need help, blah, blah, blah. I can't afford it. 400's a lot of money. To him, not to me. To him, that's a lot of, we could pay that shit tomorrow, it wouldn't matter. Like, because we both fucking work, right? I get it, you don't get a lot of money, but whose fault is that? Okay? If it was any of my other kids, this shit wouldn't be happening, for one. For two, if I wasn't dealing with you, this shit wouldn't be fucking happening. Okay? So he emails the director. He gives Terry like $100 and something, right? He's still short $50-$60, whatever the case is, right? So he gives her X amount of dollars. Finally hears back from the director guy, right? He says, we will find somebody to help out, right? He is so happy with that. Tells Terry, like, oh, the guy emailed me back, can you please give me my money back, or at least, you know, some of it? She's like, no, he said maybe, right? Then I'm like, so what they're gonna do is they're gonna go to other families who have kids in the football team and ask them to help pay for my kid's football, which is bullshit because of him. He keeps saying, oh, I'm trying to help us all out. I'm trying to help us all out. We don't give a fuck about the money. You do. You're trying to help yourself out. Not us. You. So quit saying that shit, for one. For two,
this is taking other people's money.
Right, you're taking somebody else's money who already paid $400 for their fucking kid to play football. Right? Then he's like, they have PTAs for that to help out. Yes, they do. They have people to help out. Right? That people to help out is the single mom or the single dad who's working 2 jobs, got 3 kids, and their kids want to play football, but they cannot afford it. That's what it's there for. Why should that kid not be able to play football? Because their mom has to work 2 jobs to barely make ends meet. That's what that's there for. Not for you because you're fucking lazy. That's not there for you. It's not there for you because you don't want to work, you want to say the right things, you want to collect disability, and you don't want to pay out all that money. That money's not there for you. Like, I'm so sick of, well, let me find somebody else to help me. Let me find everything. All you have to pay is the $200 for the football. I got to pay that too. Plus, I got to buy cleats and football gloves and pictures and this and that. Then when we do the school pictures, it's always, oh, well, can I give you half the money later? Can I give you half the money later? Yeah, sure. But if you don't give it to me, I'm not giving you any fucking pictures. Then, this is where he really fucked up. She told him, listen, if the kids on the football team find out you did this, and it gets back to Anthony, he's going to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
He said, no, they keep it discreet. I'm like, yeah, they might, but let's say some parents are talking about it, right? And one of the kids overhear it.
Right. Shit happens.
Right, shit happens, right? Then that kid goes to school, because they're not going to say it's this family that needs the help. They're not going to do that, and I know that. They wouldn't do that. But let's say that kid overhears it. Now he's at practice telling the other kids, like, yeah, my mom and dad said we got to help pay some other family on the team to play football or they can't play. Right? He overhears that shit, knows that's me.
Right.
How does that make him feel?
Shit.
Right? But he kept saying, well, let me text him. Let me. Terry said, right, he does. And Terry said, don't text him. Don't text him. Don't tell him anything. Don't let him know nothing. If this is what you're going to do, which I don't agree with it, she don't agree. Nobody agrees with it but him. Right? And I even said, like, listen, because she pays half, he pays half. I said, I'll pay what he don't have. And he can pay me back next month or the month. I don't care if he pays me back at all. Just so the money's fucking paid. Because that's what really matters. So, he texts Anthony. And he says, like, something like, would you be embarrassed if somebody helped us out with the football money? Blah, blah, blah. Right? But he doesn't say who. He just says somebody. So Anthony's thinking, oh, well, Shauna helped us out because Shauna or grandma, somebody. No, I wouldn't be embarrassed by that. They've helped us out before.
Right.
It's family. So he starts asking me questions. Then he's asking Terry questions. I'm like, listen, dude, he emailed Dan Guy. I almost said his name. He emailed the athletic director of the school and asked for help from the school. He was like, are you kidding me? I was like, no, I'm not. He was like, why would he do that? I was like, because he doesn't want to pay the money, Anthony. He's like, he can pay money for fucking... he can pay money for video games that he can't afford, and he can buy Xboxes when he doesn't have the money for it, and he can buy games when he doesn't have the money for it, and he can spend money on pills when he doesn't have the money for it, but he can't have money for my football? And I say, yeah, pretty much, man. Pretty much. Right? I guess earlier that day when he texted me, Anthony said something like, well, why don't you just pay the money? It's only $200. And he's like, buddy, I'm broke and poor. I only get, $750 a month. And he said, you're broke because that's your choice. That's your choice to be broke. Which he's not wrong. He's not. Go get a job. And the sad part is if he goes and gets a job working 15, 20 hours a week, he can keep his disability.
All of it, that's what he said was 20 hours.
Right. As long as it's no more than there's like a certain dollar amount too. So if he's making $20 an hour and only working 20 hours, he's gonna lose it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that dude's not gonna find a job making much over minimum wage. So then after I told him, like, hey, this is what happened, this is what he did, then he went back and said, I wish you would act like my dad. Sometimes I'm ashamed to call you my dad. Blah, 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 right? And then Tristan got on it. Then he throws up the one thing that he has, like, well, I won't pay your phone bill no more. That's the one thing you got, right? Then he gets mad, like, we didn't stick up for him. He should respect me. For what? Just because you have that title of his dad?
Right, you're supposed to make him.
He's supposed to respect you.
And you guys are supposed to make him?
And yeah, we're supposed to make him. Terry's like, what do we do? I was like, nothing.
Yeah.
For one...
He should have been doing that a long time ago.
Right.
That,
He should have been the one saying, don't talk to me that way.
Right.
Don't threaten to take away... Don't threaten to, I'm not going to pay your phone bill if you don't respect
Yeah,
me.
you don't do it.
Because that makes it look worse.
Yeah, that's petty shit.
Petty. It's so frustrating. So it's like, okay, you want me to go in there and yell at him for the way he talked to you because he should respect you. What is that going to do for him respecting you? What? You can't call him on the phone. You're doing all this over text message, for one. For two, you can't call him on the phone and say, listen, don't talk to me that way. I'm your dad. This is the way it is. This is what you need to understand.
Yeah.
No, you're going to call his mom, cry to his mom about the way he talked to you, and then want her to deal with it, or me to deal with it? That's not going to help him respect you. I'm sorry, it's not.
It's pretty bad when you gotta go to your own kid's parents.
Right. Like this dude don't get it. He don't. He never has, and he never will. And it's like you've known for an entire year this was coming. For a whole year, you could have planned around it and done little things, right? But you can sell all your meds and blow all that money on shit you don't fucking need, right? And don't tell me, like, I can't get a job because I have anxiety. You have anxiety, you can't be around people, but you can go to the bar, you can go to parties, you can go to festivals, you can go to concerts, you can go and be around all these people when you're having a good time, but you can't be around them when you're working? Get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't see, like, he is okay with people that he don't know paying his way or paying his kids' way. I'm not okay with that shit. I work really hard for what I have and what I want and what I don't have. I would rather be the one being like, hey, let me help you because you work hard and you still can't get there. Like, why should your kids suffer because you're busting your ass but you still don't have that extra money? That I get. You don't work hard, you don't do anything, and you still want people to help you? Fuck off. Like,
She got 100 out of it, right?
yeah, I don't know. Then she told him, she said, look, Robbie will pay whatever you don't have and you can pay him back. And he's like, I'm not paying anybody nothing. Right? Then don't pay it. I don't give a fuck. Don't pay. We'll give you all your money back since that's all you're worried about.
Right.
I'll pay all of it.
It's not about paying you back, it's about paying for your own kid to play.
Right. It's about you doing right by your kid. So, I will pay it. Don't come to the games. It's not like he shows up anyway. But don't even try if you really try. He's made like 1 or 2 games in the last 2 seasons because he doesn't have a ride. And then when he found out it cost money to get in, oh my God. It's $2, bro. $2. You don't have $2? You can find $2 in your couch cushions.
Yeah.
And the one game he made, that Amber chick, I think, took him and paid for him to get in.
I mean, I think Anthony kind of prefers it that way.
He does. Like, him and Gavin, they don't call me dad, right? Like, they're not like, hey, dad, when they're talking to me. They call me Robbie, which is fine. But when they're talking to their friends or their coaches or whoever,
Yeah.
they say, that's my dad.
Yeah, right.
It's so, like, I stick up for that dude on a lot of little things. But then there's a lot of other things where I'm
It's
like,
hard to sometimes.
I can't do it.
Love
Like,
that.
dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, every year, it's like even like with like school's coming up, right? The last couple years, Terry's been like, "Are you gonna have money to help us out with school supplies and school clothes and shit?" Right? He calls his aunts or Papa or Brittany or somebody, right? It's always somebody else. He's like, "Oh, this person says this person's gonna give me money to give to you." I don't want their money. They have kids too. Just say, I don't have it.
Right.
Like, I'm not asking you to go beg for people to give you money. Or like, oh, like the one year Angie had a bunch of leftover supplies that she gave to Tristan to give to us. Like, okay, that's cool. Tell Angie I said okay. But then you take credit for that shit. You didn't do it.
Right.
You didn't pay for that shit. You didn't go to the store. You didn't do anything. Nothing. But, like, and he does so little, but he acts like he does. Oh, I do so much. I try so hard. Nobody sees it that way but you.
They certainly don't.
Like, if
At least
he-
Anthony don't.
And that whole blow up with Anthony yesterday would have never have happened if he would have listened to Terry and never texted him. He should have never texted him. He should have never said shit about it. And that wouldn't have happened. Like,
What was the point of
nothing.
that?
I don't, because
What
Terry
was he
told
trying
him.
to accomplish when he texted Anthony? Still trying to get some money back from Terry?
No, because she told him, like, if he finds out about this, he's gonna be embarrassed.
But that's why he was still trying to get
So,
some of his money back.
right. So he was like, I don't think he would be, and she said, yes, he will be. So then he turned around and said, well, let me text Anthony and find out. And she said, don't do that. Don't do that. And he did it anyway. But he didn't tell him the whole situation. He told him part of the situation to make it sound better. Then then Anthony's telling me, like, please, I'll get the athletic director's email. Please email him and tell him, never mind. I don't know what that guy's talking about or something, because I don't want this. Like, he's basically like, if this is how it's going to be, I won't play, which isn't going to happen.
That sucks, yeah. Yeah, that sucks.
I think my battery's down. This is why we're road raging.